November is Diabetes Awareness Month, and last week I was fortunate to meet a diabetes advocate who passionately shared her story of how challenging it is as a single parent to manage her daughter's insulin-dependent diabetes while she's at school and the impact that has on her daughter. As a working mother, she struggles to get her daughter's insulin levels well controlled without appropriate help from the school. To the Minister of Education, why hasn't the Government of Alberta created policies to work with schools and parents in order to address all of the needs of children living with diabetes in our province?
Honourable Minister of Health.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I am very proud of the relationship we have with our advocates in this province and the work that we've done to reduce the reckless Conservative cuts that were proposed just prior to the last election and that are advocated for every day in this House. We know that members opposite are pushing for deep cuts that would hurt Alberta families. Instead, we're working with them and with other agencies across the province to ensure that Albertans' voices, that the services they need are protected and supported, Mr. Speaker, and I'm proud of that record.
First supplemental.
Given Diabetes Canada has been advocating on this issue for years, and support for children with diabetes is something I'm sure everyone in this House agrees on, and given that students living with diabetes have the right to be full and equal participants in school and all school-related activities without the fear of being excluded, stigmatized, or discriminated against. Again, to the Minister of Education, why is Alberta still one of the only provinces which does not have standards and policies in place for the health and safety of kids with diabetes in school?
Great question. Minister of Education.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And certainly, this is an issue that has been brought to my attention both by advocates here across the province and nationally as well. And I think that we have made some progress in regards to type 2 diabetes, but certainly with type 1 diabetes, there's lots of room for improvement. And, you know, we want to work closely with our partners every step of the way to ensure the health and the integrity of all students, right, regardless of who they are. And in order to do that, of course, you have to make sure you make the investments in education, which we have done so over the last.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Second supplemental.
Given that diabetes is a complicated and sometimes life-threatening condition that requires close and careful management, not just treatment, and given that type 1 diabetes is a lifelong condition impacting more and more children every year, to the Education Minister, has the government analyzed the implications of not having standards of care for students with diabetes in school as it relates to the long-term health and well-being of Albertans?
That's a great question.
The Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And again, as I had said previously, yes, we certainly have been looking into it. There's been strong advocacy in regards to both type 1 and type 2 diabetes for children here in the province. And yes, we do determine that there are more students that have that very thing. And so we are ensuring that we will look into it further. And it's important to make sure that you keep that investment, that level of investment in education every step of the way so that we can achieve these goals. If you make deep cuts in public education, then of course all of these things are off the table.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.